today's KidsJAM Quarantine Edition, Hyperspeed Legos. Yeah, watch this! That's cool, and there's more where that came from. But first, check this out. Let's get started!
Hello from Lindo, Texas.
Send us a hello
Using the Facebook link below to be featured in our next video.
Wiggle, wiggle, what?
In a world full of fears.
Huh?
There is a team on a mission. They are the Fear Busters. Who you gonna call? Fear Busters.
Hey guys, in this video you're gonna have 3 key words. Write them down and bring them to our next community gathering and you'll get a sweet prize.
KidsJAM, Mr. Luke speaking.
Hey guys, it's me again.
Hey, what's going on, Bigfoot? Welcome back.
I really appreciate how you helped me bust my fear of people taking my picture because of my bad hair day.
Oh, absolutely, Bigfoot. We were glad to help.
I gotta say, great hairstyling tips, by the way.
Well, I'm glad we finally connected after last week's program. I was glad to offer my advice.
That waterless peanut butter shampoo did wonders on my hair.
Well, you should know that if you put too much in there, your hair's gonna get super greasy.
Fantastic.
Most normal people wouldn't think that's fantastic, but you are the Bigfoot.
But now I have another problem. I think my fear might be a little more difficult to bust this time. You know, as you know, I'm pretty well known for hiding in caves and crevices and other small places. You might not be aware of this fact. I'm actually 9 feet tall.
Oh my.
Have you ever tried to cram anyone 9 feet tall into a little bitty cave?
Oh, wow. No, I can't say that I have.
Yeah, it feels like the walls are closing in on me. And just thinking about it, being in a closed-in space, I can't stand it. I break out in hives. I start sweating.
Ooh, there's an image we'll never forget.
I just have a horrible fear of closed-in spaces, but I need to stay in my cave so all the documentaries have something to find, you know? Can you help me bust my fear?
Can we? Of course we can. We will. You have definitely come to the right place.
Okay, everybody, get on your feet, cuz it's time to dance!
Here and now, make it loud at the top of our lungs. There's a sound breaking out, Lord, for all that you've done. And now we're turning our hearts to
let's talk about overcoming new things. It's not always easy to figure out or understand new things, and sometimes even life's daily challenges can be more than we can take, especially during a time like this. I would even say that sometimes a simple thing becomes really difficult, way more difficult than it should. But Philippians 4:13 says, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. You know, sometimes when we're faced with a challenge or something that we don't feel really capable of doing, we want to give up, so we say, I can't. Guys, I know the feeling. I've given up trying to open a door to the pantry one time. I just tried, it's not working, and I keep on pulling, and forget it. I don't want the Oreos that bad. Anyway, so here's the problem with saying I can't, is that it makes a little space in our mind, and the more we say it, the bigger the space gets. Eventually, we have an I can't bucket, and those statements are right there ready to turn down any challenge that we face because we really don't want to do it. And guys, the first day of middle school, I was in literature class, and I went into my desk. I was so overwhelmed with fear. This new environment, these new people, the book was like this thick, and it was more than I could take. I literally started to cry. I put my head under my desk. I pretended to be opening my backpack. Tears are streaming down my face. I just wanted my mommy. It sounds funny now, but it was a real deal then, and I'm sure some of you have felt that way. Listen, let's check in with the Fear Busters because they have a little bit more to say about this.
Hey guys, how's it going? We're just going through the mail here at the warehouse.
Bills. Oh, we got $5 off at Pizza House. Bills. I think we got an invitation.
Oh, look! It's an invitation to go to the roller rink for Ellie's birthday.
Roller rink? I love to skate.
Yeah.
Listen, guys, I don't think I'm gonna be able to make it that day. I'm sick. I have a test, a doctor's appointment, and chores. I have a lot of chores I have to do.
All of those things in one day. Come on, the professor. What's the real reason?
Yeah, don't you want to go skating? All right, guys, so here's the deal. I have never, ever in my life gone skating before. I mean, wheels on shoes? Who even thought of that? I guess you could just say I'm really afraid of trying something new.
Roller rink? Trying something new? Man, do I have a story about that. There was once a time that I had a fear about trying something new. It all started long, long ago in a little pair of skates far, far away. When I was a young fear buster, I loved to roller skate. My dad told me about this place called Skateland. He said it was awesome. So, one day he brought me there, and it was amazing. Skateland had one of the biggest, smoothest, shiniest skating rinks around. I was so excited until I saw the skaters. These skaters were big, tall, giants. They were going about 100 miles an hour past me. Some of them were great skaters, but some of them weren't. But they all had one thing in common. They were gigantic. I had a choice to make. Get on the rink or leave Skateland. The place I had been promised was the best around.
Hold it right there. This sounds so much like a story I've heard too, only it's from the Bible. See, God had brought all his people to this place called the Promised Land. Before they went into the Promised Land, God chose 12 men to go ahead and check it out. 2 of those men were named Joshua and Caleb. When they went into the Promised Land, they loved it. I mean, this place was called that for a reason. It was everything they had hoped for and dreamed it would be. But then, they saw them. Very big people. Like so super tall that they said they felt like grasshoppers next to them. They were scared. So they ran back to camp to tell the others.
So what did Joshua and Caleb do? Wait, what about little Sean? What did he do? The suspense, it's more than I can take.
Stop! Have you ever heard the phrase, life is like a bowl of cherries? I have, but...
What if life is like a bowl of Legos?
No kidding. What if life is like a bowl of Legos instead of a pesky bowl of cherries? Everybody wants a bowl of cherries. Let me explain. When we're faced with a new challenge, oftentimes it looks just like this bowl of Legos. Just a big disorganized pile of pieces and parts. And the bowl of Legos, this bowl of Legos, really doesn't make any sense until you see this big picture. That's where inspiration starts to come and you go, I think I can build something out of this. But there's still something missing. What is it? the instruction booklet. When we grab the instruction booklet, all of a sudden we have this step-by-step guide on how the big picture comes together. Life's challenges are just like that. When we look at them at first glance, all we see are a bunch of pieces and parts. And then if we go to God, we know that He has the big picture in mind. And what's the instruction book? That's right, the Bible. The Bible is the instruction book that tells us how to take all the pieces and parts of life's challenges, just like the pieces and parts of these Legos, and pull them together to look like the picture that He has in mind. And we know that God has a plan. And when we say I can, we're saying yes to God's plan.
That's pretty cool.
I know, right? Now keep watching, because in just a minute, we're gonna build Legos in hyperspeed.
So, I did it. I remembered this Bible verse that I heard at church that says, so we can say with confidence, the Lord is my helper, so I will have no fear. What can mere people do to me? It's from Hebrews 13:6. I faced my fear, I started skating on the rink. Giants and all. And you know what? They didn't hurt me, they didn't knock me down, and I had the time of my life.
What about Joshua and Caleb? Did they go back to the promised land, or did they stay scared of those giants?
When they went back to camp, Joshua and Caleb weren't scared, but 10 of the men who went with them were. The men told everyone that the promised land was full of giants. Joshua and Caleb tried to remind everyone that God had promised them this land and they didn't need to be afraid. But the people didn't listen, which was so sad, because they didn't get to go into the promised land. But Joshua and Caleb remembered the truth in God's word and got to go and live the good life in the promised land.
What a happy ending. I mean, those stories had it all. Action, adventure, Bigfoot. I guess I don't need to have the fear of trying something new. I can remember your story, the Bible story, and the Bible verse, because truth is remembering God's word.
We can say that the fear of trying something new is busted.
Fear busted!
So out of 12 spies that went to go check out the promised land, 10 of them had a really I can't attitude, and they missed out. But Joshua and Caleb turned I can around into I can. And then that became let's do this. And with God's help, they got it done. Now those there are the 3 key words. What are they? Let's do this. Let's do this. Those are the 3 key words. Write them down. Hey, wait till the end of the video. There's a challenge. I want you to record yourself doing the challenge, post it on the Facebook comments, and you could be featured in the next video.
Finally, it's time for Legos in Hyperspeed. Hey guys, want to be in our next video?
It's easy. Just post your video of this at-home challenge to the comments in our Facebook link below. And
Don't forget to subscribe, click that bell, and
Share the video so you don't miss any content.
Hey guys, hope you're all doing good and safe. This is this week's challenge for Garland Dream Center KidsJAM. I'm going to explain it real quick for you. So you're going to need a toilet paper roll and yourself and somebody to film so you can send the video back to us. But basically what you're going to do is you're going to take the toilet paper and just see how many times you can keep it up before you drop it. And whoever gets the most touches before it drops is going to be the winner. So send us your videos, and here's our best tries.